It was a dark and stormy night when my friends and I decided to visit the old museum. The wind howled and the trees outside shook violently. The museum had been closed for years, but we wanted to explore it for fun. We had heard many scary stories about the place. With flashlights in hand, we walked up to the creaky wooden door. As we stepped inside, the air was cold and musty. Cobwebs hung from the ceiling and dust covered everything. The light from our flashlights created eerie shadows on the walls. We could hear the faint sound of dripping water echoing through the halls. My heart started to race, but we kept moving forward. We reached the main hall where a giant dinosaur skeleton stood. Its hollow eyes seemed to follow us as we moved around. Suddenly, we heard a loud thud coming from one of the rooms. We all froze, looking at each other with wide eyes. "What was that?" whispered Sarah, one of my friends. None of us had an answer. We decided to investigate the noise. Slowly, we walked toward the room from which the sound came. The door was slightly open, and we could see a dim light inside. As we pushed the door open, we saw an old painting on the wall. The eyes of the person in the painting seemed to glow. Suddenly, the door slammed shut behind us. Panic set in as we tried to open the door, but it was stuck. We turned around to see the painting. To our horror, the figure in the painting had moved. It was now pointing at something behind us. We slowly turned to see a ghostly figure standing there. It was transparent and floated above the ground. We screamed and huddled together. The ghostly figure spoke in a whispery voice, "Leave this place." We didn't need to be told twice. We pushed the door with all our might, and it finally opened. We ran as fast as we could, not looking back. The museum seemed to come alive with strange noises and shadows chasing us. We burst out of the museum and into the stormy night. Gasping for breath, we looked back at the museum. The lights inside flickered and then went out. We vowed never to return to that place again. The stories were true, and we had experienced them firsthand. The old museum was truly haunted,